Hey, what's up guys? Do you know when you start using a software, so do you not know all those shortcuts and good features that can speed up your work? But over time, so do you pick them up? So I thought we should go through some of those I really like and have picked up over time that really efficient your way of working in After Effects. Sometimes you do zoom in to make adjustments, and then you have to go back this way to get the full screen again. But there's a shortcut so you fast can get the full screen. I can show you over here. We go to Edit and Keyboard Shortcuts. We drag this down and we search for Fit. And here on the composition panel, can you see Fit? I've changed this to Alt F as I'm sitting on a Swedish keyboard, but the default keyboard shortcut is Shift//. You can also find other keyboard layouts over here. But this is a really nice keyboard shortcut to have, so you fast can come to full screen. Sometimes you had a lot of things on a panel, you have to scroll up and down like this. But you can press the back quote key to maximize the panel. You can maximize any panel, like you see now is this panel activated. You can see the blue line around this panel. So you press the back quote key and you maximize the panel. When you have a layer like this circle here and you want to duplicate it, so you just mark it and Ctrl D. And then you want to divide those layers over time. And this can be quite time consuming, especially if you have many layers. But let's go back here. Then you can do a very fast way here. You can just mark them and right click and go to Keyframe Assistant and Sequence Layers. If you uncheck this one here, so do you sequence the layers over time at the end of each layer like this. But if you want to have them sequence by just 2 seconds apart, so can you just right click and go to Keyframe Assistant and Layers, and then you take Overlap here, and then you set the overlap time. In this case, do we have a 6 second long layer, and then we want to have a 4 seconds overlap time, so we have 2 seconds left. In this way, so do we get the layers apart with 2 seconds. And this is a very time-consuming way to split the layers over time. When you have a layer, so do you sometimes want to trim the layer, then you can go to beginning and drag the layer like so. But that's not the most efficient way. You can just set the playhead where you wanted the layer to be trimmed and press Alt opening square bracket. And you can do the same at the end. Then you just press Alt closing square bracket. So this is a quite fast way to trim layers. In some situations, do you need to crop your composition around something? In this case, this text here. Then can you go down to this icon here, region of interest. Then can you just drag out a rectangle like this. And then when you feel that you're satisfied with the size, so do you go up to composition and crop composition to region of interest. You know, when you work and you have a lot of layers, can it be hard to find all the layers that you only want to work with? And if you then feel that I don't need to see some layers, then can you just press this shy icon, so you get this compressed icon. If you then press this icon here, so do you hide all those layers? And if you want to see them again, just press it again. In this way, so can you easily sort out the layers you don't work with. When you're working with a lot of layers, so is it good to organize them so you easily mark and find them. Then you can, in this case, can we select all the green, and then we can change the label to green in this case, so we easily can find the green ones. And then can you easily also select them. If you select a layer with a green label and then right click and select label group, so do you select all layers with a green label, so can you easily move them or do whatever you want. I hope you learned anything here, and if you have any other cool feature or shortcuts that you want to share with us, just type them below. But for now guys, so it's the time to say over and out.